Good morning. It's bright and early. We got another project we're gonna be working on. It's a little bit easier today, so it shouldn't take as much time. But this is the truck we're gonna be working on today. It's a G-Wagon, G550. It has the rear passenger door is open right now because we're gonna be taking that door panel off to get a better look at the inside of it to change out the window regulator. Right now the window rolled down and it won't roll back up, so we're gonna see what the issue is. More than likely it's the door panel that needs to be replaced, but this is a super custom G-Wagon. Never seen one this nice. Got the lines in the headrest to match. That shit is clean. Very well done. Very, very well done. Even got the line on the back. That shit is clean. So this is the door panel. We're gonna pop this off. I'm gonna get everything set up so we can start getting to work. Once I get that open, I'll let you guys see what's looking like. So fast forward to getting the door panel off. Sorry about the glare, but you can see I got this vapor barrier removed. I would have normally taken it off all the way, but you can see that the speaker got some extra tape and insulation around it, and I'm not trying to mess with that and have to potentially put a whole new tape job all around that. So I got enough access that I needed. These are the main bolts right here, these four, and then there's some under here that were buried by the covered by the vapor barrier, but I got them all exposed, so I should be able to access them even though that's still hanging out on there. But you can see this is what holds the vapor barrier on. It's like a sticky, tacky, almost glue, but it's soft and still moist, so you can just peel it off, and you can see like right here, it's almost like bubble gum, but I usually just use a razor blade and just slowly just cut so that way it's smooth. But once you put it back, this sticky side and that sticky side, it sticks like pretty well, so you don't really have to worry about that. Right here, I had to take apart some of the wiring for the this little module on the door, just so that I could take this vapor barrier off too. So I got all the stuff that I needed to out of the way, so that way I could access mainly these bolts, and then there's a couple here, and then I'm gonna have to roll the window up, but I'll be able to take the glass out with two bolts right here. So once I get these bolts out, I'm gonna take this glass all the way completely out of the window and off the regulator, and then I can start taking those two bolts out and work my way down to those ones. Then I'll probably have to wiggle it out. This is part of the regulator, but I'm gonna have to wiggle it out through here. So I'll just do what I can and let you guys know what it's looking like once it's all apart. Be able to see the actual cable too. The cable is in there. You can't really see nothing because it's just hard to see, but once I get it out, I'll show you guys what it's looking like. All right. All right, so we got the crazy ass tape job. That's just holding up the window. You could use like suction cups and other shit too, but I just always use tape. But that tape is just holding up the window so that it doesn't roll down without the door regulator in there. So right here, I don't know if you guys remember, the speaker was sitting there with the vapor barrier. I ended up having to take it out just so that I could have this bottom hole as access to pull everything out once I had it all unbolted. So this is the door just kind of empty, nothing in there. Those are the holes to hold the window up when it bolts to the regulator. So right here we have the old regulator, what's left of it. You can see that this side is not even connected to where it's supposed to go. The old motor. So that thing has seen better days. It's probably not going to be used ever again. Just going to throw it in the trash. So I'm going to get this and start opening this guy up, show you what's in this box. So this is the new window regulator. As you can see, it's the whole regulator and it comes with the motor. Sometimes you can order it with just the regulator alone without the motor and just swap the motor. But being that we weren't sure if the motor was having issues or it was a cable, we just did like the best and easiest, which is replace the regulator and the motor. I know that costs more, but it's usually like the easiest and best since you're already gonna have the door open. I understand if you're on a budget, you might just try to replace just that regulator and see if you can reuse the motor. So you have options depending on what your bank account's looking like. But I'm gonna take this regulator. As you can see, it has like a bit of a twist to it with these cables. So it's a little bit difficult and tricky putting it in because you gotta have it in the right layout as far as like which cable is over and which cable is under. But that's the empty door that we're gonna just go ahead and throw it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera up so you guys can watch that. So we got the window regulator back all in there. As you can see, the motor is down here. The cables, this is one of the cables here. This is another cable, but this is the regulator right here, how it slides up and down. The window is reconnected, so you can see those two bolts holding the glass in there. I already tested it out a little bit, going just up and down before I put this whole door panel back on, because that shit would be terrible if you put the door panel back on, test it, and that shit doesn't work. So always make sure you test everything before you put it back together so you can save yourself that extra headache if you do need to test or finish connecting something. But as of right now, this window regulator is all done, so I'm just gonna put the vapor barrier back on here. I have it just chilling out right here. I took it off all the way because, like I said, the speaker was in the way of getting the regulator out, so that's all ready to go back in. So yeah, give me a minute and we'll be finished up here in a second. All right, so we got the vapor barrier back on there. You can see how it just sticks back on. Got the speaker back on, got the door control module back on. Got a few other things to hook up, but that's mainly just gonna go to the door panel. And then this little module here for the audio. Got some little speakers here, a couple speakers here, or a couple wires, excuse me. But once I get all the door panel back on, I'll report back to you guys so that we can see and test this out, make sure everything's working good. But we're almost done. that side already. I'm trying to get the plate. But you got that diffuser. It's all carbon. Shit's clean as fuck. And you got them big ass wheels. Where'd you got it? From this side without the glare. Get that thing clean. Anyone know where I can get some tires for this big ass thing? How big they are. I don't know if y'all can see it. 26s, not 22s, not 24, 26s. Yeah. Even the headliner is just fresh, fresh, fresh. Check out this hood though. This whole front bumper. Tell me that shit ain't mean. Whole front bumper. Custom hood. Got the vents in it. Swear. Starting to feel the G-Wagons. Always loved the G-Wagons, but I never thought I'd see myself riding one. But honestly, what you guys think? G-Wagon, maybe a G63 next. Do some mods on that. I'm sure we can get kind of crazy with it. Even with the roof spoilers in the front and the rear, that shit just changes the whole attitude of this thing. All right, so we got the door panel back on with the new window regulator in there. So we're gonna go ahead and test this out. Everything's all plugged up. We got action. No more binding up window. Everything's good. So all together, it didn't take super long. Probably a little over a couple hours just to take your time and make sure you're not rushing, messing anything up. But this G-Wagon is nice. G550. Let you guys take another look at the inside. Who's got this thing hooked up? Ain't nobody got a G-Wagon nicer than this, not in San Diego. If you know somebody, let me know. Cause we ain't lying. This thing clean. But yeah, thank you guys for paying attention for this other episode. I know it wasn't a lot, I know it wasn't super technical, but hopefully you got a little bit of something to watch. This G-Wagon will probably be back again sometime soon, so you'll be seeing more on this channel. But for now, signing off. I'll see you guys soon.